Legends, welcome back to the channel. John here. I'm in my van and I'm on the way 108 miles south today to go to Hemel, Hempstead to look at a car that I have never ever seen in the metal. As the title suggests, in Malaysia it is known as the Proton Putra or the M21. Here in the UK, released as the Proton Persona Coupe 1.8, and later they lost the Persona name and it was just the Proton Coupe 1.8. Really rare car. There's about 8 or 9 of them on the UK's roads today, and I've been interested in owning one and adding one to my collection for a long time. As you know, I'm on a one-man mission to save as many Protons as possible here in the UK. 1.8 litre engine. Nice, the only coupe that Proton ever made, and in fact, if you're watching in America, you might know this car as the Dodge Coupe because it was later branded as that. It's basically a Lancer Coupe underneath, but like all things Proton, there's something Mitsubishi in there somewhere. Released between 1997 and 2001 here in the UK. It wasn't much more of a run than that in Malaysia. A really rare car that Malaysians bloody love. They love their Putra. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to go and have a look at it. We'll take a look around it because I've been offered it for 500 quid. Could it be something that I'm going to add to my collection for 500 quid? You know, I can't say no, but also, well, we've got a lot of projects on at the moment. Anyway, come with me then. We'll travel down to Hemel, Hempstead and have a look at this Proton. On a roundabout called the Plough, and I've never ever come across anything like this in my life. It's on St Albans Road on the way to Hemel, Hempstead. There's like 6 or 7 roundabouts in like a big petal shape in a row. It's very confusing. Okay, so I finally arrived, and actually it wasn't too much of a bad journey in the end. 2.5 hours it took me, and I found the place nice and easy. Here it is then, and it was quite exciting actually, having a look at the car. What we'll do is take a look around it, and starting on the near side, you can see that, well, the wheels are looking good, and that arch is looking good too. You can see that the brakes, or I could see that the brakes were, well, in need of a massive overhaul. Weird seeing it in real life because it's got the front end of a Jumbuck and a Satria and all that sort of stuff, but then like a squashed Persona, it really was an interesting coupe. Near side sills, there they are, looking good, to be honest with you. A little bit of rust, surface rust on the paint there, but nothing too bad. Check that caliper out though, definitely going to need some TLC. Somebody at some point has also painted those wheels with a brush. Checking out the back window, well, there's no rot around there, looks all good, and if you know my Satria project, there's some rust around the rear window, so I'm a bit dubious about rust getting in there now. From the back, it's got a weird look, hasn't it? It's almost got a little bit of a Suzuki Cappuccino look to it. Maybe that's just me, and I can see that the backbox is posh rotten. Needs a new backbox, sadly, and finding one of them is something that I have to consider in this video. And the colour is an interesting one. It's purple maroon, and if you know me, I've got multiple purple cars in my collection, but the colour didn't really sing to me. But you'll see later in the video that I got to look underneath the bonnet, etc., and see the actual maroon colour, and it is a beautiful colour. Boot lid looking fine then, spoiler looking good, rear window fine. You can see some damage to the rear headrests there. All of these coupes, the Recaro seats seem to just, well, explode. Don't know why. Let's have a look in here. Oh, grim. Spiders and all sorts in there. But got the original unleaded sticker. Near side, offside there, not near side. Wheel arch looking good, no rot there, no surface rust. And considering this car has done sort of 100 and something thousand miles, it is in relatively good condition exterior wise. There's a few wibbles and dents on that driver's side door. And the reason I'm wiping that off there is because I'm thinking, hang on a minute, is that paint a different colour? The sill's looking good, and that wheel again needing a bit of a paint. And then I spot this, the 10th anniversary limited edition badge, which we'll talk about later on. I don't think it should be on the car, if I'm honest with you. I think that somebody in the dealership has just had one laying around and has stuck it on the car because, well, Proton entered the UK market in 1989. So this car, well, maybe is a 10th anniversary, but shouldn't really be on there. It definitely didn't leave the import centre with it. It would have been put on at dealership. The front looking good. The front splitter is okay, and the towing eye cover is not missing, as is normal, but this put me off a little bit. You can see some lacquer peel on that grille, and I've never seen that on a grille before. It tells me that it's probably had a little bit of a knock or a dent in its life. And the front bonnet looks open, but well, that's because it is open, but it does shut. Under the engine bay then, here we go. This is what we need to look at. 1.8 litre Proton engine, or Mitsubishi engine really. It's very similar to the Satria under there. The airbox is the same. And one thing I've spotted is that the coolant, not the coolant reservoir, the washer bottle reservoir, looks like it's been eaten. If you can see, there's a big hole in there. Not too bad under there. You'll see in a minute though that there is some TLC that's needed. There you go, there's a hole. And those strut tops, the rubbers seem to have all perished. Considering the car has been off the road for 12 years, however, new battery on there, struck up and started up nicely. Inside the cabin then you've got Recaro Confetti interior on the doors there, which looked in relatively good condition, nothing missing, but that lets it down, doesn't it? A, no floor mats, which is a big thing for me, as you know, and B, well, all the seats and the bolster are split. No idea why, but all these Recaro Confettis do this. Someone in the comments will be able to tell me. Let me know in the comments, why do all the Recaros do this? Of course it's wear and tear, but it's not irreparable, but considering the seats alone are probably worth, I don't know, 500 or 600 quid, it's definitely worth something factoring in if I need to spend some money on that seat. Looking good on the carpet though, 103,676 miles. No aircon on this model, and you've got an uprated Blaupunkt cassette deck. You can certainly see that it's been those miles. That interior looks like it's driven the 100 and something thousand miles. Coupe then, and we're going into the back. You can't really see the damage to the top of the headrests and the bolsters there, but a rear set of Recaro Confetti. Let's take a look under the bonnet. Let's take a look in the boot. We'll do the boot first. Going round to the back then, and yeah, you can see that there is damp in here, or has been some damp in here. I'm really expecting there to probably be some rot in the, yeah, in the boot well, but no, dry now. But it has been dry stored, so it might be coming in through the lights, maybe a bit of water through there, but no rust, no holes that I could see in the boot there, which is good news. A little bit of dirt around there, but the windscreen or the rear window isn't delaminating, and look at that colour, that beautiful deep maroon, and I think with a bit of spit and polish that is what this car would look like. Shame that there's some damage on the fiberglass / plastic spoiler, but I'm guessing it's where it's been used to pull the boot up and down. Also some damage to these Proton decals, but not a major issue. You can get them repaired quite easily. Coming across to the passenger side then, let's take a look in the glove box. What's in there? Oh yeah, we've got some documents and, I don't know, locking wheel nut tool hopefully, sunroof opening tool, because one thing you can't see in this video is the car did have and does have a weird electrical fault. None of the dash was working, the sunroof didn't work, the wipers didn't work, which is a concern for me, shall we say, that I've got an issue with electrics again on one of these Protons. But this is the main thing that let this car down. Import centre sunroofs. Look at it. Look at all the roof that's blistered where it's not been treated properly. And as you know, it's a case of bring the car in, cut a big hole in the roof, whack the sunroof in, don't rust protect it in any way, shape or form, don't seal it properly, and just send it out to the dealership. And that is a big shame because, well, yeah. Let's listen to the engine though, and you can hear it purring away nicely, that Mitsubishi 1.8 litre. There it goes. It did start, run, drive, stop. mechanically needing a total overhaul, but well, the fact that the engine works is a bit of a bonus. You'll see in a second though, one of the major issues that I discovered that's going to cost us a lot of time and effort to repair. Just listen to that engine though, sounds good, doesn't it? Wah wah, big hole in the radiator. Find me a radiator for one of these. It's a bigger radiator than normal as well. But all in there, well, at this moment in time seems okay. But you'd need to give it an overhaul, wouldn't you? So, there it is. There's the Proton Coupe, a real unicorn, a real rarity, and I'm glad I got to see it. But, well, as you'll find out, I didn't buy it. I've walked away from it, and I'll discuss it in a second with you why. I like the colour, kind of, but I don't really necessarily like the car, and it needs a lot of work. You might not look it, but that roof rot, to me and Dad, big issue that. Real big issue. Okay, so I'm on the way home. I've left Roger's place. It's a 2.5 hour journey back home, 110 miles now north, and I've got the Black Cat roundabout to contend with. I'm still in my van and I have not made plans to buy the car. Yeah, shocking, right? I haven't bought that Proton. Hang on, John, what? You've not bought it? £500 and it wasn't yours? Why? Well, I just didn't like it. It didn't scream out to me, you need to own this. And yes, there's 9 left on the road. And yes, it would be a really rare car to add to my collection. And yes, it would probably come up an absolute treat. I think one of the things that lets it down for me, well, is the high miles, the fact that it's been over the 100,000 mile mark, and the rot around that sunroof. When are people going to learn? Do not fit aftermarket or import centre sunroofs to your cars, please, because there is no rust on that car apart from round the roof where they've fitted that sunroof and basically done a shit job of it. There's other things as well that you couldn't see in the video, such as there was an electrical fault. Interestingly, the same electrical fault that the Proton Satria, the blue one that Dad repaired, had. The clock didn't work, the wipers wouldn't work. I would suspect there's a wiring issue somewhere in the dash. Thank God the car actually starts, runs and moves. That's a Billy bonus. But I didn't buy it. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to go home and have this epiphany of, actually, yeah, I'm going to save it. But I'm glad I got to see it. 500 quid for a car like that to restore and repair? Yeah, absolutely, for someone that wants a winter project. But for me, Mr. Proton, who's got 9 at the moment, who has got the opportunity to be a bit picky nowadays, yeah, I didn't buy it, and I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. It needed not much. It needed some bodywork on that roof, or you could live with it and daily it, right? For the sake of getting it on the road. But mechanically, it needs a total overhaul, brakes and springs and all that sort of stuff. Dad and I can do that, as you know. But bodywork and paintwork is not our forte, and that is something that we would have to farm out. You'd never get the paint right. And it's just not worth the hassle. And I never thought I'd say that. Never ever thought I would say that. If it was the Evolution model, if it was yellow, I would be buying it in a heartbeat. But in that maroon, with 100,000 miles on the clock, the Recaro seats needing a retrim, yeah, just wasn't excited by it. And that's a big shame. So no Proton Coupe 1.8 coming to the collection. At least I've been to look at one. At least there's one that I can feature now on the channel. And actually, when I'm posting this video, the car will have been sold. So it will have had a new home and will have found a new home. Anyway, what do you reckon? Let me know in the comments down below. Should I have bought that car? Am I doing the wrong thing? Driving away from it, walking away from it? A Coupe 1.8 is a super rare car. John, you need to have one in your collection. Or actually, for once, am I thinking sensibly with my big boy head on and not buying it just because it's a Proton? Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. Until next time, have a great day. I'm going to enjoy the 108 miles home now. Back to Lincolnshire. Ta-ra. Oh, you know that I'm going to enjoy my drive home. There are so many more Proton related videos on the channel, and I've actually selected a couple that I think you might like here on this page. Give them a click to watch them now. Don't forget to subscribe for more Proton fun and lots more videos coming soon.